Conference, hello. I'm going to draw out the link between the need for sound and stable management of public finances and the devastating effects that the current Conservative drive to kill off local authority funding from government is having on the education, training and aspirations of our young people. George Osborne, as you know, is intending to remove all government grants to local authorities by 2020. I don't think this horrible fact gets nearly enough attention in the local press. If we have journalists here, please take note. He needs to be challenged. This is a dreadful, dreadful move, and it's being ineptly managed. Locally, we are seeing the results acutely. I was parliamentary candidate in Newbury and West Berkshire. At the moment, last week, the Tories imposed £10 million worth of cuts on our local services, and it's not over yet. In a few weeks, they are promising £6 million of local cuts. They blame it entirely on George Osborne and the removal of the government grant to local authorities, but there's more to it than that. Before we get to that, though, let's just look at what that means if you're a young person in West Berkshire. The buses are nearly gone. If you live in Lambourne, there are no buses to Hungerford, there are no buses to Newbury. You'd be lucky if you get one to Swindon, possibly, maybe on a Wednesday. If you want to go to the library, well, it's not the sexiest thing for a teenager to do, but you could go to the library. Oh no, they're going to cut 8 out of 9 of our public libraries. They say everyone can go to Newbury, but, oh, no buses. People who, if you're a teenager and you can't get a job, you're not going to university, you might want to go to the job centre. The job centre is seriously concerned about the lack of facilities and the lack of public transport. These cuts are going to hurt our young people. They're also closing children's centres. They're cutting funding to charities which help young people. It's really going to have a bad effect on the next generation, and I am sure that West Berkshire is not the only place where this is happening. So enough whining. We look to stable Liberal Democrat management of finances, as has happened in places like Eastleigh and Portsmouth. There, they have invested in their local community and they have generated new income streams. That's how Liberal Democrats work. They look outside of the box. They don't just accept the bad stuff that gets handed down from the other parties. So, I miss the Liberal Democrat hand in government. I miss that restraining influence and that feeling of good sense, and I got that again when I read this motion today. So I ask you, please support the motion and restore some good sense to the management of our public finances in government and in your local authorities.